So Ruto at one, there's been hue and cry about the Kenya Kwisha shit show. These guys don't have a blueprint. They don't have a plan. They were just chancing into office. It's almost like they did not even expect to be in office, because 1 year into office, they've already started campaigning. Move around, especially in the Mount Kenya region, you're going to see billboards. I don't know who. Welcome to Mount Kenya. Welcome to this constituency. They are already campaigning, yet they have not achieved anything since they got into office. We have finally breached the 200 shillings mark on a liter of fuel. The dollar has already breached the 150 mark. These guys are doing unprecedented things to destroy the economy. So you have to look at how we got here, and especially those who voted because they were duped by sections of influence. For instance, the churches. I told you, now you have to re-engage with how you connect with spirituality. You don't have to go through people who can openly say si uchawi ni maombi. Those are conmen. Those are people who are hiding behind the white robe, pretending that they are doing the Lord's work, but they are not doing anything of the sort. These are extortionists. These are conmen. So I told you, if it's your wife who is a religious degenerate, and she's the one who is making you go to your pastor all the time and your bishop, and these bishops are all compromised by the Kenya Kwisha regime, you get rid of her. It's as simple as that. Yeah, if it's your colleagues, if it's your who, because we have been, and especially the young people, the Gen Zs especially, try and stay away from the mistakes that your parents have committed, because they were religious degenerates. They were taught not to question the system, which is why now when we had the lockdown and the curfew, they were more than happy to embrace it, because it gave them fond memories of the colonial era, where the state of emergency, and that's when they grew up. They could see how they were suppressed by the white man. So and now you can see how they want to suppress the night economy. So there are no street lights in your town. The police are more than happy to start arresting you from 8 p.m. Even in Nairobi, the nightlife is gone, because they are more than happy to operate 9 to 5, because it's nostalgic. This is what they went through during colonialism, which is why I told you boomers are a bunch of idiots. Don't follow what they do or say. So I saw Dennis Itumbi saying there that, oh, I don't know in which country the fuel is here. Why are you comparing us when it's convenient to Western nations? Why are you comparing us to other countries? Why don't you, if they are being sold for fuel like that, yet they have good roads, they have well-lit roads, there is no potholes, they have hospitals, yeah, they have schools. Yeah, what are you telling us here? Why are you conveniently comparing Kenya to Western capitals when it comes to fuel? But when we are talking about other things, then we are supposed to remain African. We are supposed to remain a backward nation, a dark continent. So we won't accept such explanations, just to shield you from explaining why. Whenever fuel goes down, the benefit is never spread to the consumers. But whenever it goes up, that's when now you start cooking these stories that, oh, I don't know, fuel in where it has been the highest impossible. Tell that to the birds. Yeah, we don't have time for your crap. President William Ruto was invited to Russia for the Russia-Africa Summit. Other countries which participated benefited from subsidized oil. They subsidized crude oil or subsidized fuel. They got subsidized grains so they can be able to feed their people. Here you want us to believe that your ideological inclinations, how you've opted and you've decided to be Western puppets, is of benefit to us. We've looked at what the Western establishment has done in the country. Is basically nothing. What have they done within the last 10 years? Which project can they show you other than funding a few NGOs here and there? They haven't done anything significant, but the Chinese have come. They've done projects which we can see. Look, the French promised that they are going to make a superhighway between Rironi and Mau Summit. Has that been materialized? That project was shelved. Then Americans came and said they are going to duel Nairobi, Mombasa. Have they done it? No. Everything else has been with the Chinese. You understand? So when you're trying to justify your relationship and you're refusing to accept or to engage with other people who would be more beneficial to us under the guise of your biases, your ideological biases, we don't buy that crap. So the last 1 year, the best summary of the Kenya Kwisha shit show 1 year in office has been by Muthoni Ouko, 1 year of lies, empty promises, blaming Uhuru, roadside stories, and overseas lectures, relaunching projects, infamous housing levy, and a disgraced finance bill, high payslip deductions, VAT increase, fuel price increase, farm gate taxes on agricultural produce, motor vehicle taxes, education taxes, rampant national electricity blackouts, record high university fees, rice and meat. She forgot to mention that these guys sold you mercury sugar. They sold you plastic rice. So this has been a terror. This, I don't understand what you guys are still doing in office. I don't understand what you're doing in office. There was one day somebody was trying to emotionally blackmail me. That, I don't know what respect. They always revert to respect when they know they've done wrong, instead of apologizing. Now, will the stupid old women who are singing to Okira Tene, will they apologize? They need to apologize. Listen to this stupid song. Now, those stupid women need to apologize. You can't be reverting back to, I don't know, age, generational, emotional blackmail, and then you start telling us, oh, you're being disrespectful. No, you have to take responsibility for constantly. Since time immemorial, you have been forcing your children, taking them down the route of destruction. And you don't want to take responsibility. You want us to still treat you with respect. How do we respect you when you're doing such nonsense? You're dancing there, twerking to useless songs. Twerking there. You don't know that you're joking around with our future, with your children's future. But you don't care about that. Once you've been bribed with 1,000, you can mortgage your children's future for anything. That's why you generation, you've been the people who have been grabbing our playgrounds, stealing our stadiums, allocations and everything. The green spaces, all of them you've converted to flats. Because you want to be praised in church, you want to uwekwe pale mbele. We know you. You've turned our country into net importers. We are importing everything till toothpicks. We are importing. This is terrible. These are the consequences of being a Western puppet nation. Muzungus don't have your best interests at heart. They want us to be a destroyed country. And this continued dalliance and fraternizing between Kenya Kusha and the Western regime is coming at great cost. How did we get here? First of all, the primary sin has been which one? Our elections were stolen. They were stolen by who? It was a British ambassador to Kenya, Jane Marriott. She was always camped at Bomas. You can see in this photo there, she's there with Wajakoya. She was camped there. They denied. But how did it start? You remember last year around March, if it wasn't for two Russian comedians, we wouldn't have known where this relationship originated, how Kenya became a British colonial outpost. Listen to what the then Home Secretary Priti Patel said.
The other point to note, Prime Minister, is that interestingly enough, there are other members of Interpol who feel very strongly, and they're not all EU countries. Kenya is a big ally and a big supporter and a big voice. And in fact, Vice President Ruto was in London last week from Kenya, and this is exactly the point that was being made to him, and they are very pro and supportive. We need to work with the United Arab Emirates.
So you see, two Russian comedians who prank people, they're pranksters, they prank heads of state, they call pretending that they are Ukrainian officials, and so they got this on camera. But when President Ruto had gone to London, nobody knew that he had met the British establishment, the British Home Secretary Priti Patel. It was not on any of his official channels. So our relationship with the West is coming at great cost, because these guys don't care about us. They want, historically, it's their interest to suppress the African continent. We should be aligning with people like BRICS, but they don't want to align with BRICS because BRICS comes with benefit to the economy. We should be right now, we should be reaping benefit from subsidized grain, subsidized fuel, but no, they want to tell us that they want to compare us with Western capitals. If you want to compare compare us with UK and wherever. Build us similar hospitals, similar roads, similar schools, and then maybe we can listen to your garbage.